Chat, baby. It is Tuesday. Take you guys to Kyrgyzstan. Alrighty. Ladies and gents, good morning, good morning. Hope you guys have had a beautiful day so far. We're gonna get cracking very, very soon. Before we start, who tried to buy gold? Talk to me. I feel some gold buyers. Talk to me. Talk to me. Who was buying gold? Talk to me. Talk to me. Nobody. All right. All right. Okay. Chad, hope you guys are well. We're gonna get going here very soon. But as always, we are gonna first and foremost pray here, and let's get this session started the right way. So, Alhamdulillah for all of my Muslim brothers and sisters. I believe Ramadan starts today. Wait, if I'm not mistaken, when is Ramadan? Mode, yeah, it starts today. Correcto. Okay, so for all my Muslim brothers and sisters, blessings to you guys. All right, tomorrow or no, it starts today, 17th. Chad, but let's pray here. Let's bow our heads. Let's get ready for the session. Father, I just want to thank you for another day. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to wake up this morning. Thank you that we can chase our goals, our dreams, but still keeping you at the center of it all, Father. Even though we may fail, even though we may fall, even though we may sin, even though we may not be who we are supposed to be, Father, you are still there. You never leave us nor forsake us, as you say in your word. Thank you that we can stand on your word this morning. Thank you that we can come to you with humble hearts before you and lay down ourselves and also our problems, our issues, our fears, our worries, Father. I pray that you will replace fear with peace. I pray that you will replace worry with faith and courage. And I just pray that we will wholeheartedly trust you in everything we do, Father. I pray that you will hear our prayers every single day, Father. You say in your word that if my people shall humble themselves and pray, I shall hear them from heaven, Father. And we just want to come humbly before you. I pray for my family. I pray for my kids, my wife, my extended family. I pray for everyone in the chat. I pray for the community. I pray for our cities, our country, our leaders, Father. I just pray above all else that your will be done and not ours. And we pray this and we ask this in the mighty name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And those that believe can drop an amen if you believe it. Amen. 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 Beautiful, Chad. Let's get straight into it. CPI coming out of Switzerland. Coming out of Germany, flat as expected. Labor market data coming out of Britain, relatively softer than expected. Average hourly earnings dropping as well. Unemployment increasing. Okay. CPI coming out of Canada a little bit later, so relatively straightforward day. Project G guys are basically done for the day. We shorted gold here with the expectation that we will go to your average daily range, which is all the way down there. Okay, average daily range. So Project G is done, and then also the gold sentinel, the EA, had a nice little stack of trades. It stacks into maximum of 3 positions, and the sentinel also had a very good morning. Okay, if you want to get the gold sentinel, you can just go to 2G's trading website. Okay, if you go onto the website, you click on gold sentinel. Okay, there is everything for you guys, how to get access to it. Alrighty, fully automated system. Will it make you an overnight millionaire? No. Okay. Will it take losses? Yes. Will there be periods of drawdown? Yes. If you stick with it over a year, will you make money? Very high probability. Okay, so one of the reasons why I said there, if you go onto 2G's trading, one of the reasons I said there, built for discipline, is if you are disciplined enough to not try and full leverage every trade. If you keep at it, you will see results. There, like I said, there is periods of drawdown. The win rate is, the profit factor is 2.25. The system works. The issue is not the system. The issue is us as humans. Okay. Also, seminar on the 23rd of Feb. All right. You guys can go and register for that as well. It will be 4 o'clock, half an hour before the open. And we're going to share some tips, some trading strategies with you guys. And overall, it's going to be good. All right. Guys, let's start off here. Let's quickly have a look at what is happening here on the dollar. So yesterday, I mentioned to you guys that the dollar is in this 4-day range. Okay, so for 4 days, I've been trying to delete this, and there I've just deleted it successfully. So the dollar was very range bound last week, and yesterday I said we're going to need to see some type of break. Okay, and then secondly, we need to have a follow-up daily candle to confirm the break. And what I mentioned to Project G this morning was that if we think about bearish market structure, the idea is that after a pullback, you will create a new low. Okay, that is very efficient bearish market structure there. Okay, but now when you shift over here, do you guys not agree with me that if this was going to be a swing high, then market should have proceeded to take out these lows? All right, but we didn't. So this is giving me an idea that we could potentially see another wave of buying to the upside. Okay, not yet confirmed. I want to see how this daily candle closes, because if this daily candle closes bullish, we've got a confirmed support area to work from, and then we can proceed to fill out the range to the upside. The other scenario is that the weekly is still very much bearish. Okay, so if I look on my weekly time frame and I use that flat body support area there, we did close below it, and there's little to no bottom wick on this weekly candle. So we still have that idea that this weekly can actually flip bearish and go and fill out the range low. Okay, so just be very aware of all of that. That is still ongoing here. Also, if we look at this, and if we look on the 5-minute time frame here, you can see how aggressively we move down and how slow and shallow this pullback has been. Okay, so I would still argue that the primary bias is down, because all of this is still very much range bound. Okay, so at any stage can we have another leg down, just for context. All right, but now if we start to dive a little bit deeper into what is happening here on the dollar, and I just want to take some of these off for us. Okay, let's just clean up the chart a bit. Alrighty. Now we've got previous daily high. We're trading above it, trading above the daily flip. So this for me is bullish while we hold above there. Clean move up. I don't know how deep we pull back, but as it stands, bullish. All right. Gold. Gold, same thing. What I want to talk about. There is your yearly R1. That red dotted line is your yearly resistance 1. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 daily candles trading around that level. And this was the bulls' chance to really take it away from the bears, and they failed. Okay. Now, if I look at the daily candles from these lows, okay, you guys can agree with me that these lows were getting higher. Okay. But then after that, on Thursday last week, this one daily candle basically wiped out almost 4 days worth of price action. And now, instead of making new highs, you can now see that we are actually taking out lows. You see this? So this is giving me the idea that we could be trading back to these lows right there. Okay. Now, this morning, Project G knows exactly why we took this short. Okay. It's not because of the Quebecistan counter trend line here. Okay. It's based off a 4-hour play. 4-hour strat, repeatable, most probably the most simple strat, but you have to be in Project G to get that simple strat. Okay, and the idea was that we are looking short. There was our point of control. There was our previous daily low rejection, so that was giving me the idea that we can go short. Now we've got this little bit of a counter trend here. Okay, so depending on what happens here, I would look for sell continuations. All right, so this is the very simple idea of gold today, is that I'm looking for another low, and I think once we start breaking this little pullback structure here, look at that, oh my goodness, there's a trend line on the screen. Now is the time to lose your mind. Okay. So once we start breaking this pullback structure, I do think we go low again, test these lows. All right. US30 daily time frame. Yesterday I mentioned to you guys that we are effectively bearish. Little to no volume yesterday, as expected with President's Day. Alrighty. And the idea was simple, that if we cannot hold back above that level, we are going short, and the idea is still short. Also, the weekly, we closed back inside of this range, which indicates a fake out, and we will be short biased. Okay, but how do you execute on this short bias that we've got? You don't, because it is London. You're gonna wait for NYSE. But ideally what you want to see is price holding below this level. Okay, so that level right there, if price stays below it, we're going short again. If price starts trading above it, we can go bullish. NASDAQ on the daily, also still bearish. We discussed this yesterday as well. Super bearish. And we would expect to fill out that range. Okay, so NAS, previous daily low, we need to monitor that previous daily low. Where is the previous daily low? Alrighty, there, already tested it. So I'm gonna say NAS can potentially go bullish if it holds above the 200 and that previous daily low. Otherwise, still short biased, and we would expect NAS to trade somewhere here a little bit later today. Okay. And Chad, that is the rapid fire analysis for you boys and girls. Short euro. Hey, we've got another shorter here. Let me guess, euro is pumping. Oh no, it's shorting. Okay. Please don't share trade ideas without context. You will be sent to the metaverse. Share a trade idea, but don't say just short euro. There's no context there. Crebo trades. I'm gonna buy. I don't know why you bought, my brother. So tell me why you bought, and then I can talk about it. Tell me from where. Because you say you're in a buy, but you don't say where. So you could be in a buy from there, from here. So I cannot help you. 5 minutes till the open. Hello, I'd like to understand more about the open candle theory because I think based on that it's a sell for the day. Maybe you can tell me about the open candle theory. I'm not too familiar with the open candle theory. From yesterday, honestly, I held a buy, then boom. Hey, my brother, I can't help you with the trade from yesterday because I'm focusing on trades for today. Okay, so you made a mistake buying on the pullback. Okay, so close the trade. The trade is a mistake. Why are you still in the trade, my brother? It should be closed. If the trade was a mistake, remove the mistake and close it. Tell us about the open candle theory, then we can talk about it. There, you've answered yourself. Chris, should a beginner trader use a leverage account? It's going to be difficult for you to trade without leverage. So, yeah, you need leverage to trade. If your trade was a mistake, close it. Why still be in the trade? Exactly, Ricks. Guys are answering themselves. You have the answer. You have you answered yourself on that one. You didn't even need me to help you with anything. You literally just helped yourself. Copium. Hey, Chad. Chadonia. Yo, I saw a live stream yesterday of a trader. Wow. Wow. How little do some of these guys know? Yo. I could only watch like 5 minutes and then I was like, I can't watch this anymore. You gotta love when a trader live streams and he opens up a symbol and it's like, yo, what is Nas doing here today? All right, it is looking. Yeah, it is looking a little bit bullish, a little bit bearish. Okay, let's see. All right, share the stream with your friends. Base ratio, leverage, Cornet. So leverage does absolutely nothing to the risk of your trade. Let me be very clear. You can have 1 to 1,000 leverage. You control the risk with your lot sizes. So go exclamation lots. Leverage is just allows you to open up bigger lot sizes. So I don't know why people think if you've got a 1 to 1,000 leverage or you've got a 1 to 100, that if you trade one lot, your your dollar per pip is going to differ. Your dollar per pip is still exactly the same. The only thing is, on this account, you'll maybe have a maximum of 1 lot, and with this one, you'll be able to open up 10 lots. Okay, because your margin requirement is extra, because that leverage gives you extra margin to work with. So Cornet, it doesn't really matter. If you really want to play it safe, go 1 to 25, because your margin won't allow you to open up. I don't even think you'll be able to open up a 0.01 on gold. But Chad, markets are open and in motion, baby. This is the official round 3. Ding, ding, ding. Let's go. Which indicator, my brother? I use a lot of indicators. I'm an indicator trader / content creator / course seller / bot creator / free seminar hoster. So you got to tell me which indicator. Jake, I don't know, my brother. Is it out yet? Is it out? And how big is the update? No, 100% Cornet. I'm not saying you're obviously still new, but there's guys that are I don't want to say experienced. There's even mentors. Go on one of those streams, on one of the other trading streams, and ask them how is margin calculated, and why should I use a higher leverage. And just ask them, let's say you open up 1 lot on gold, what is your margin requirement? They wouldn't even know where to find it. And these are the boys and girls running around giving financial advice to traders. Ask them how to calculate your lot size. Oh, Chad. Ask them how to calculate lot sizes. I think it's going to be a case of what is Forex. Brian, you know, some guys want to work for the firm. Some guys want to own the firm. Keeks is not serious. Just ask them to calculate, tell them your stop loss is 50 pips on gold and you want to risk $100. What should your lot size be? And right there, brain is broken. Kaput. And guys, I'm not talking about Bonanza, just to be clear. Before somebody says it's not what to know. Just Honestly, bro, this industry is insanity, my bro. Nah, this industry is okay. If send this to the guys. So what you want to do is you want to go to quotes, okay, on your terminal to get your contract size. You go to statistics, okay, and it's gonna give you details. Sorry, details. It's gonna give you your contract size, okay. Alrighty, contract size there. If you go to indices, because some guys still today don't know why on Volt markets a 0.01 gives you X amount, and on IC markets a one lot gives you basically not the same. Again, it comes back to contract sizes. Alright. So if I go to NASDAQ and I go to details, there I can see the contract size is 1:1. So one lot equals $1 for 1 point. But Rick, just share that lot sizes with the boys. Kigo. Would you drive a BM with a crack in the windscreen? Nah, because my insurance will replace it. Keeks, the more we make, the less humble we become. Hi. I just entered short sell on gold. Alright, Chad, that is the signal to get long. Fester just entered a short on gold. There is a very high probability that we will now start to shoot up. Alright. Testing our theory of any trade that is shared without context, we do the opposite. So this is the Fester inversion trade. Okay, let me actually get his username. Okay, this way we will get people to stop sharing trades without context. Okay. Alrighty, Fester. Let's go. Let's see what will happen here. Let's see what Fester's trade is going to do here. I mean, I don't even know when it's bank holidays. I don't know how to check that. SA Mentor. Some old cash to the... Yeah, I just hold my cards in my wallet with digital, baby. Cornet, doesn't really matter. Your lot sizes will still be the same. So if you were gonna make $100 on the one trade, you'll make 1,600 on the other with the same lot sizes. So it all just depends. I like XAU just purely because if you're making $1,000 or $2,000 in your mind, because we transact in rands, it feels like, yeah, it's not a lot. But if you see on your feed 20, 30, 40,000 rand, then it's like, okay, this is money. But if you see it in dollars, it's like, may I ask if there's a YouTube video on your channel discussing what you just spoke about, lot size? Yes, there is. Go exclamation lots. I'm sending, or not, I'm sending it. Nightbot will do a solid. Last one doesn't make it. Okay, sorry, Kribo, but you missed the 1 second chalk into the 2 minute boss with the 1 minute shooting star into the falling wedge. Bro, I already traded the chalk into the boss, into the sneaky puff at a cobra sip. Already. That's how we took this morning. That is how we took it. Into a microstructure, into a macro fundamental. It was beautiful. It was absolutely incredible. With a 360 no scope, into a barrel roll, into a slide, fly kick, hitting the guy with the axe. $100% Cornet. Hope that helps, my brother. What I would suggest for the guys that are new, go on our YouTube channel, and I think it's comprehensive enough for you guys to get going. But if you go onto our YouTube channel and you go there, start here. That was when I was a lot younger. I look a little bit Italian. I don't know what was happening that day. It's a very questionable look for me. Old jersey. But Chad, we all start somewhere. But I would start there, all right, and then I would work my way through these couple of videos. A lot of value in there. And yeah, I would suggest you get going there. Oh, the double slingshot Matsui. Papa Shugi. No. Brian, that's... You have to be in Project G to know about the double slingshot Matsui. Peter Buchenstein, famous signal provider without context. Peter Buchenstein. Oh. No, I combined ICT and SMC, so I call it CMT. Nah, I can't do the lip pillows, my bro. Those lip pillows, yo, they're too strong for me. Facer, sorry man, I don't wanna be that guy, but I just want to show you why you don't post stuff without context, because what's going to happen now is the trade is going to push up and then you're going to say, oh, but you're already out, you took 10 pips here. And it's like, oh, but what about the guy that was on the stream that took it when you said sell, sell, sell? You didn't say where your stop loss was. Or you're going to say, oh, no, your stop loss is here. You're a swing trader. So you're actually adding positions. Now the other poor soul that came on the stream that shorted here, thinking that a 50 pip stop is enough, is now heartbroken. So that is why don't do stupid shit like this, please, my brother. Please, please, please. All right? And don't assume anything. Because you assumed nobody would take that trade, but why would you share the trade? All right, so don't be offended. Just learn from this, okay? We should do this for everyone. I will do this for everyone who drops a signal, because the issue here is people assume that nobody will take the trade. But you cannot ever assume anything. And now you drop it like, oh, I shorted gold, and then it's like, oh, I'm out already eating. It's stop it. I told you guys, a lot of these, we should actually, let me know if there's a very bad signals group. And then what we're going to do is we're going to subscribe to that terrible signals group. We're going to code a EA that as soon as they share signal, will take the inversion. So whatever their stop loss is will be our TP1. And I'll show you how we'll make a big bag. We'll make a big, big, big bag. Fester, I can respect that, my brother. I will delete this. I can respect that. I appreciate it. But just to give you context, we obviously want to protect each other here, and we don't want to share information without context. Okay, but I appreciate that. I can respect a man that can apologize there. So big ups to Fester. All right, that one is for Fester. Shot, my brother. There is still faith in humanity has just been restored, and thank you for that. Peter Boekestein, love the stream. God bless you guys watching from Holland. Hup hup Holland. Lekker Peter Boekestein. No, look, I do like the short, but like I said, currently we're grinding up. Okay, so you want to see us shift, because if you go on a 1 minute, for instance, you'll see that we just slowly but surely grinding up, creating higher highs, higher lows. So before we want to start engaging in any short activity, we want to just see the market starting to show that the sellers are back in control. But for now, we're just grinding up. Yeah, Chad, if you can be so kind to just help us with the algorithm, drop a like on the stream. I would really appreciate that. A little like ski there for the boys. We have done I think we've done like 1,200 streams, if I'm not mistaken. We have done, I think, 1,250 streams. This is not correct, hey guys, just if you were wondering. I can actually show you what we're earning. Let's go here. I hope I'm not showing the wrong stuff here. YouTube Studio. We don't make. We make round about $216. 103% more than the previous day. So we made $100 the previous 28 days. So that's not bad considering a lot of it is donos as well. $216, that is, we can't live off that, Chad. Not yet. 216. That's not bad. 3,400 a month. That's at least can cover electricity. Thoughts on Alex G trading on? Is he trading on YouTube or is he just vibing on YouTube? I doubt he's trading on YouTube. Oh, Cornay, Alex G. I'm going to tell you something much better. You can go here. You see what Alex did was, Alex was relatively lazy. Okay. So he didn't even finish copying. He didn't even finish the baby pips course. He literally stopped there where I stopped. Okay, I didn't even stop there. But he literally stopped here at elementary. And he was like, I'm ready to bang out a course. Let's do it. And yeah, so you're gonna get a lot more bang for your buck if you go and finish baby pips here. Alright. Go finish baby pips. This is more than enough for you. If you get to undergraduate, yeah, course 10 of 11, you are 7 levels ahead of Alex G. Even though Alex G drives a broken Bugatti, it doesn't make him a trader. Okay. Before somebody comes and asks me what color is my Bugatti, okay, doesn't make you a trader. He's a very good marketer. Alright. There's a reason he's been losing for 2 months straight, because he can't trade. He made that money 100%. He made that money from selling courses. So, but look, he can market. We got to give it to him. We got to give it to him. He's a phenomenal marketer. And he's very good at marketing. And all he did was he used trading as his product. I think he could literally sell anything. That's just some guys have that hustle in them. So big ups in terms of you gotta give credit to the marketing capability. Trading, I don't know why he is very wealthy. Why not just spend some time, get maybe some mentorship, just learn how to trade. Like give it a go. Trade a little bit. Like stop selling for a year and really get stuck into your trading for a year. Jakes, I think there are still people buying courses. Remember, you can't assume somebody else's consumer behavior based off your experience. Remember when I talk about that perspective thing? From your perspective, buying a course in 2026 is madness. From the other guy's perspective, you not buying a course is madness. So never take your experience and try and stereotype the next guy. You hear what I'm saying, Jaxie? That's why I say never assume. You can never assume anything. But yeah, Alex G's strategy in a nutshell to save, I don't even know what it charges, is you go on a 4-hour time frame. All right. You go on a 4-hour time frame. You draw your support and resistance. Okay. You wait for a bearish 4-hour. Then you sell at the resistance and you go for 1 to 2. You set and you forget it. Then in January you start and your stop got hit. Then it's like, okay, you go for the long. You set and forget. Then your stop gets hit again.
It has always been well.
Then you say with one trade you're going to make back your losses.
Remember, you are the descendant of the people of the sun.
Then you, that is his strategy. Then you wait for a bullish 4-hour.
Remember who you are. Remember where you come from. Remember
Then you get sliced there.
and I'll always be with you.
Then you sell your.
Go well, my son. Your destiny awaits. Godspeed, Osama.
Yeah, that was comedy this year so far, Alex. Nah, but it was good. It was good fun to see. This is not a strategy. I learn a lot from courses. I don't think there's anything wrong with courses. One thing that I've got an issue with is somebody taking someone else's work, copying it verbatim, and then selling it as his own. And here's the thing, what a lot of people don't realize is that nothing in this trading industry is proprietary. There's nothing that you can show me, or there's nothing that you can say, oh, this is completely new, nobody knows about this, I'm trademarking this. There isn't. The thing that makes you different as a mentor and a trader is your implementation of the tools that is available to you and your interpretation of what price is doing at a certain level. All right. So as much as we would want to say, oh, this strategy of us that we've got, for instance, with the 4 hours proprietary, it's not, because it is literally the entry criteria for that trade. The bias we obviously take off the 4 hour, But the entry criteria is a simple continuation model. Okay. Now I can't go and say, oh, we are the only guys that trade continuations. We are the only guys that expect volume to come into the market once we hit the session low or high. I can't say that because there's breakout traders that have existed for many, many years. I can't say, oh, I'm the only one that uses the 200 EMA. You can't create an indicator using the 200 EMA because you stole my idea. I've always preached the 200 EMA is bearish below, bullish above. Okay, so the 200 EMA we can't use. Session volume profile. We are the only traders that discovered that after volume accumulation, that price breaks out. Sure, we were the first. Yes, I've heard of the turtle traders. It was random people. I think it was Larry Williams, if I'm not mistaken. But he took simple people off the street, teach them a strategy, and yeah, they made millions. Gold is going down. It is going down, guys. You see, if I look at the parabolic trajectory, there we go down. Yeah, they've got so their strategy is actually quite unique. It doesn't work anymore though. I actually, what was that guy's name? Yeah, I think I spent like 100,000 Rand. Steve, I think it's Steve. What was the guy's name? Steve. But he was on FTM's website many years ago. And he actually he coded the EA. He came third in the Robbins as well. I'm still crying a little bit when I think I paid $5,000 for that shirt. What was the guy's name? Anyways, he coded it 100%. There is nothing new. It is literally just the combination of how you put it together. That is where the edge lies. I still believe to today that trade management is what gives you your edge. You guys can agree with me or you don't have to agree with me. That right there, this year, is the holy grail of trading. How you manage a trade. Getting entries is easy. Getting trades into profit is easy. This right here is where guys fumble the bag. I would have made $5,000, but I only made $50 because I closed. Trade management. This trade ran 3R, came back to break even. I was up $3,000. Now I'm break even. Trade management. This right here. This is the holy grail and risk management. 100%. Because I can teach you a strategy and your trade management can be bad, and you can take a strategy that someone else sitting next to you is making money from, but you're not making money. Because you're either closing too early, you're either closing too late, your risk management is poor. The one day you trade one lot, the other day you trade half a lot, then you trade a 0.1 lot, then you trade 5 0.01s, then you barcode, then you stack. It's just carnage. It's just pure carnage. Gold longs, no. The trader is the most critical variable, 100%. If I might ask, what was your initial approach to becoming consistently profitable? Less is more, my brother. Less is more. If you ask any experienced trader in here, and I actually had a chat with my friend here yesterday. We actually had a chat, and I said it's weird how in trading you build a lot of layers to your trading. You want to know more, you learn more, and then after a while you start taking away all of those layers, and you realize you don't need all of those layers, and you then simplify. But it's a weird thing of you first need to discover all of this shit to cut it down again to a few elements. So whatever I can tell you is that less is more. It's statistically proven. I've actually, that's why I asked the question, are you struggling with consistency in your trading? I actually started a challenge today with the Prodigy members to take one trade per session for the next 4 weeks. Because statistically what we've seen even in the prop firm space is that less trades equals more profits. Okay, so just from a statistical standpoint, the less exposure you've got, the higher your probability is going to be. So you guys can join in if you want. One trade a day, one trade a session, and that's all you take. You wait for your one setup, and that's it. Hey, KDX, I hope you're well, my brother. What is my thoughts on Saka Granini? I've never heard of her, my brother. Where is she from? Is she not that radio personality? Saka Grassini. Do we buy it if it closes? You don't do anything now, my brother. You're waiting for direction here. Alright. We're waiting for some type of direction. Is Vault Funder? Nah, it's using Vault Markets, my brother. Chris, what's your thoughts on when buying a challenge? You risk one if you pass, you're not shit. Yeah, Dwayne, that's not a bad strategy. That is not a bad strategy at all. Incognito only had 5 trades. Incognito, but the thing is, you know your strategy. You've got the ability to control yourself. You're not chasing that dopamine you get from a trade. Because here's the thing, guys. This morning, okay? This morning, we took this trade, okay? Little to no drawdown. The trade runs. What is the immediate thing you want to do? The immediate thing you want to do is you want to experience that feeling. You want to experience this again. Immediately, that dopamine you got, this is similar to what you get from gambling. So now, instead of going back, journaling this trade, enjoying the moment, your mind is telling you, I want to feel that dopamine again. And now, all of a sudden, you start chasing trades in here. Now you're selling here at the low, it's pulling back. Now you start buying and then you're selling again. Because you've got no self-control and your mind is telling you to chase that dopamine it just felt. My brother, I definitely think gold is bearish, but I'm gonna need some type of confirmation. All right, and when I say confirmation, something that's showing me that the bears are stepping in. This for me is not showing any conviction from either side. Okay, so this is not showing any conviction that sellers or buyers want to take control here. So for that reason, I'm going to need to wait and see some type of shift. So for now, it's just a case of watching price develop. I think he's referring to Marco. What do you think about NQ100? I don't think NQ is bad. Really solid instrument to trade. I really think it's underrated. That's what I think. Oh yeah. No, I know him. I know him. No, if it's the Marco guy I think you're talking about, I don't think anything of him, my brother. I don't really know him. I just know he was running with Rydell, and he knows gangsters and this and that, and yeah, very, very weird situation there. And he knows the Americans, this and that. But weirdly enough, I don't even think he's been in Manenberg, where myself and Keegan literally sat in the compound of the Americans in Manenberg. So it's weird when people say stupid stuff like that. In terms of his trading, I don't know anything about it, but in terms of that interaction I had with him, yeah, it's a little bit weird. Always weird when people do stuff like, I can get the Americans to phone you now. And yeah, that's very, very good, Incognito. How long does one wait for a payout on funded phase on Vault Funded? 14 days or 1 month. First payout 30 days, and after that every 14 days. But yeah, regarding his trading, I don't know. I think he trades some type of silver bullet, or I don't know. Did you and Keeks manage? Nah, bro, we failed that thing multiple times. I think Keegan got it the furthest. I think Keeks got it to 25,000. I got mine to 16,000. But you get silly. That's the issue with it. You trade it nice and consistent up until a level, and then you want to start rushing it and over trading it. And I just told Keeks, like, we are gonna develop some really bad habits if we continue trying this challenge. Marco, goeiemôre my friend. Alrighty guys, Nas, nice rejection of that 200. There's your previous daily low. As mentioned, bullish if we can hold above, bearish below. I don't know if Ruan is in the chat. I think I might have missed this 200 play on NASDAQ. Now that I traded. Use code Ramadan30 and get 30% off on all challenges this week. Alhamdulillah, Rooks. We're not doing anything yet, Big Moses. 3735. Big Moses, we just waiting here, my brother, for a nice big candle to show us where it wants to go. Ladies and gents, Big Moses in the house, 3735. Years ago, damn. I'm holding, pray for me. Big Moses, what are you holding, my brother? Moses, the thing is, I don't think those prayers will be heard, my brother. I think those prayers will hit the ceiling. Are you holding buys or sells? I'm going to tell you why. God said in the Bible that you should seek wisdom and you should ask for wisdom. And God also said that He gave us a sound mind. So wisdom would tell me not to enter trades based off having no idea where price is going or with no plan. So I think God will maybe answer back and say, Moses, seek wisdom. All right. But regarding your trade, praying for you. I think we'll pray for wisdom. We gotta seek wisdom, guys. We can't. Yeah, here's the thing. I think sometimes God must think, hey, this creation of mine, where we get ourselves into trouble, and it's like, hey, God, you gotta help me here. And then God is like, but Chris, did I not say seek wisdom? Did I not say seek wise counsel? Did I not say pray before you act? Then it's like, hey God. Okay, let me not say, Big Moses, are you holding cells? You entered yesterday, but why must I pray for you if you entered cells yesterday, my brother? Then you must in profit. What should we pray about? Let me not talk on God's hand, because I'm not God. Because thinking about it, sometimes God will help you out of the mess, but sometimes you're going to stay in your mess a little bit. Just to not learn a lesson, but to grow out of it. And wisdom is a lady, eh? Bro, you can't say that because all of the ladies are gonna come out in the chat. Seek first the kingdom. Conan, my brother, you hit it right there. You hit it right on the head there. Conan, but I thought it's seek first the blessing. Should I not go to a church and tithe to get the blessing? I thought it's seek first the blessing and then worry about the rest. Nah, you guys are going to the wrong church. I hear the churches are saying, seek ye first the blessing and then worry about the rest. Or is that wrong? Is that not how it goes? Give first thy tithe before thinking about anything else. Commit first ye to thine building project and expansion of the international church. Give sacrificially into the aircon project. Gotta cool this place down. Chad, if you don't get me, I'm just joking. The reason I'm joking is that we tend to get it the wrong way around. We go to church, or you go and pray, and it's like, hey God, where's that blessing? You just want the hand of the blessing, but you don't want the blesser. And it's weird where it says, seek ye first the kingdom. So I'm just joking. I am joking. Preaching of the word. Yeah, I'm just kidding, my brother. Preaching of the word ministry. Before anyone's like, hey, that Chris, he's a word of faith gospel preacher. I wonder if these pastors actually know how silly they sound. Alright, family, God just put it on my heart this morning that I need to chat to you guys about that new G6. It is absolutely pivotal for the work we're doing in Africa to ensure that I can be in Africa on Tuesday and be back for home sell on Thursday, just to lead you guys. Absolutely, we cannot do economy. This is precious time that we need to be spending, sowing into the ministry. So today we're starting the G6 fund, and I really want you guys to give sacrificially, all right? Life savings, all of that, get that out. Let's give sacrificially to the Lord. Got a G6 now. No, I'm not saying you shouldn't seek. I'm 100% saying that you should seek God's wisdom. That's why. That's the word God gave me many years ago, when I was also a trade and prayer, where you trade and then you pray. So that's why I laugh. God gave me that word. So when I talk about these things, I'm talking to myself first. What church is it, Peter Bruckenstein? Let me see what church you are referring to here. Yeah, I think churches are, it's crazy what the guys are doing these days. It is insane. Rooks, not when the community of him is that rude. What is it then? Just watching live the market? Is that a signal? A kawus? Kawus, my brother. Here's the thing. We already took a trade this morning. We already caught the volume. This is the corrective leg, okay? And the reason we cannot do anything here is the fact that there's no direction. This is all overlapping candles. There's no clear direction. There's no volume candles showing us any type of direction yet. So we cannot do anything. And this is why the majority of traders struggle, is because we want to sell from here, ideally. This is where we want to sell from. So if it doesn't hit our level, then we don't trade. You can't just take a trade for the sake of taking a trade and then wonder why you're constantly depositing into your broker account. Oh, Kawus. Hey, my brother. Kawus 46 got touched, but we know he's a Valentino Rossi fan. I think we can agree on that. Valentino is a legend. Kawus. Broker debit orders in motion. It's hanging around 23 FIB. Asia, I below previous Audi Sport and resistance. Just Yeah, it's just for me, I need to see some type of direction. I don't just want to jump in a trade for the sake of taking a trade. There's certain things that need to play out. So for now, hey, poor Rook, someone getting poor Rook sucking DKs here, my bro. Hey, Rooksy, you alright, my brother? Mans are coming in hot. That Mans is definitely hot. The Mans are hot, my bro. Hot cakes. Hot, hot. Boys. People catch on nonsense on their trading accounts and then they come here asking for signals. Hey, my bro. Markunel, Goldilocks. Ja, the chat is Rooks gebruik nou weer al die wors en gooi hulle met die sous. Ja, daai manne het so 'n bietjie sous op hulle boelop gekry. Toe Rooks hulle Japan toe stuur nou. Rooks het hulle geslat met die oopkant van die wors. Weet jy of jy al gesien in daai kant wat jy so breek? Ons spar die sous so, Rooks het hulle so 2 taps in die lip gegee en gesê, sien julle bille later hoor. Nah, slash infantry is looking beautiful, my brother. Basically 2.1 million max kit, few Bobcats, few Renegades, few Tempest, few Venet, basically sorted again. Ek's 'n prentjie persoon. Dink jy daaraan as slat jy hom sommer daai worsie. Hey, wyk Japan toe. Hey. Alrighty, you see now, this is why we wait. We're gonna see now what happens. Da-na-na-na. A few Bobcats again. Do you think double top will happen? I'm not really concerned about a double top. Because you could have the skewed Batman ear top as well. The one that looks like that. So maybe we should talk about fridges again to get time passed. Hey Flippy, that fridges are stuck with you now. Every time you see a fridge, you're looking for a snack. Uzbekistan, I don't think the 200 play is a bad idea on gold today. We might get it this morning. I really like it, Ruan, if I'm being very honest. It technically... Yeah, yesterday was a little bit flat, but I like it today, if we get it. I must actually set the alert there. It's Dono Van DS. Thank you, my brother. Chris Markable, may you please explain that volume profile and how you use it? 100%. You are so nicely. How can I ever say no if you are so polite? So the volume profile, the one that I'm using is the session volume profile. So it will only look at the current day's price action. Okay. So you'll see each day there's one. All right. You can, however, if you want, you can go and you can go fixed range volume profile. And all that means is you will choose from what day till what day you want to see the volume profile. So let's take it, for instance, from the 5th of Feb, from that low to today. Okay, not that low. It's literally from the date. I don't want to confuse you. And now that has provided us with the volume profile for this entire price range that we've been trading in. Okay. I'm not going to show you that now. I just want you to know that you can do it that way as well. But for me, what is important is I want to see what's happening in the session. All right. So what this shows us is where the majority of the volume is trading relative to at what price. Okay. So for instance, what I can see is that this morning, this is where the majority of the volume has traded. Okay. You can see that these bars are the highest there. All right. Then we've got another relative high there, and then we've got one there. So these are some, think of it as icebergs. Okay. Let's think of it as icebergs. Let's change the color because that confuses the guys sometimes. They want to know, why is that? Why is this? Let's just change it all to one color. Okay. So now, what this shows me usually is if price is ranging around an area like this and the point of control starts to build there, then I'm expecting a breakout to occur with volume. Okay. Because if I replay it to this morning, you would see that this morning, this is what we had. Okay. So relatively low volume here. Very high volume here around this price level, lower volume there and low volume there. So the idea is if you start to break away from here, you're going to go to the next volume area. If you start to break your value area low, you are expected to create volume again because there's no orders here today so far. Okay. Now, let's fast forward a little bit. And let's see where, okay, so we had a nice drop. Now you can see that at this low, you can see that there's volume starting to build up. So now we know there is the potential that either this volume is to continue short or this is some buyers picking up the slack here thinking that this is quite a nice price to get involved with gold. So let's see how it develops. Okay, so we can see there we had a nice little iceberg tip there, just a tip. All right, and now where will it want to go to next? So we can see there's relatively low volume here. You can see it's like a valley, so low volume here in the valley, no orders there. So technically it should slice through the valley. Alright, it should move very quickly through the valley. And it should technically want to move up here. That's the idea. But let's see how the volume profile builds up here. Okay, let's see. Okay, we can see there's some orders building here as well. Alright, okay, now we're in the valley. Doesn't want to go through the valley. Okay. And now we can see that orders are building here as well. So now all of a sudden, all of a sudden what we've got here now is this is now our second iceberg. All right. Let's make it white. Let's clean it up a little bit. So we've got our second iceberg there, and we've got our big boy iceberg there. All right, that line is basically the peak. That's Everest. All right. This is Drakensberg. All right. So now the idea would be that if we hold above here, it is very likely that we can now trade to that next iceberg. Okay. So think of it from iceberg to iceberg or iceberg to valley. All right. Does that make sense? I need to pee though. Get your questions ready. Okay. I need to pee. Sorry, man. Otherwise, my ears are gonna start tearing. My eyes are gonna start tearing up. Okay, so now, okay, let me just check quickly if there's any questions before I continue. Sashi, someone called him that in Project G this morning and I was almost crying. Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan, my goodness. Are you looking for a buy? No, I'm not looking for anything, my brother. You will know exactly what I'm looking for when there is something. We don't just analyze on the stream, we take trades as well. But if there's no trade to take, what's Gurdeep Singh /DR7VY. It's currently very range bound. We want to see what is going to happen a little bit higher. So we're just waiting for the pullback and then we want to potentially start selling again. But we are bearish as it stands. Checks, do you think NAS sell still valid? JX, it is London session, my brother. It is London. You know, you have the source. You've got the source and the Wors for NAS. Stop looking at NAS, Jaxie. And when do we get an entry on the volume profile? No, so that's something for you to figure out. You need to either wait for some type of retest, some type of break. That is completely up to you. That's where your back testing is going to come in. That's where your forward testing is going to come in. Why I wanted to show you the weekly one is that the one trader that I've been following for a couple of years, he actually has got a very interesting insight as how he uses the previous week's volume profile. And what he looks for, which actually makes a lot of sense, is, let's say for instance this is your previous week's volume profile there, and let's say your point of control is there. And now based off what your weekly bias is, let's say I'm expecting the week to go bullish, okay? Then we understand that in most cases we will first create a bottom wick, okay? All candles have a bottom wick and a top wick. So we would expect first to go bearish, all right? Start of the week, first create that bottom wick. And then how he trades it is he basically sees this move below that previous week's point of control as the manipulation, okay? And then what he looks for is basically almost taking, not that weekly, not that I'm saying this is on the weekly flip, but then he looks to trade the point of control for a swing. So, which is very interesting. I haven't looked at it. I just saw he posted it. And I thought that's quite an interesting take, makes a lot of sense. So he sees this as the manipulation and then the expansion that's going to happen once you trade above the previous week's point of control. So there's a few ways to actually engage with the point of control. You can either use it just for targets. You can either use it as an additional confluence to say, okay, I am trading at a high volume area, a breakout could happen. So yeah, I think it's for you to explore. That's the beauty of trading. You need to put one and one together, okay? If you think about it, if you can do this, okay, why is my keyboard not working? If you can do this very quickly, this is called quick math, all right? Oh, you guys got to stop me here. Okay, this has got absolutely nothing to do with the. That is just my mind on a different planet. But you can use it as either additional confluence. You can use it as targets. You can use it for trade management. Like I said, if you go through that valley area, you want to see volume come in the valley. Okay, the valley is where price should really move. And if you think about it, imagine this volume profile was drawn like a hill. Okay, let's say we swung that around. Okay, and imagine how all I did was I took the volume profile and I turned it on its side, so it almost looks like a hill profile. And let's say you are riding with a car down this hill. So I'm giving you guys a practical example. I should actually become a teacher. I don't know why. I think I've got a gift for drawing, not for teaching though. Now it starts to move down the hill. Okay, imagine now that is the top of the hill. We're gonna drive down now. Okay. Do you not think that the speed, or the volume in this case, is gonna be the highest once we hit the valley? And then what's gonna happen is we're gonna slow down once the car hits the next peak. Then it's gonna start slowing down. Does that make sense? And when do we get an entry on the volume profile? Okay, we spoke about that. The math was... Gonna math there for a second. Oh, what is this playlist now? So that is basically the volume profile. I see a lot of traders are introducing it. It is a very good indicator to use. It all depends on what you want to do with it. You can use it as a break and retest. You can go play with it. Don't be lazy. Hey, my brother. Why do you want to pop me a DM explaining it to me? Does it work? Not that I don't want to look at it, but obviously I've got a certain way to. So I don't want to put you off something if you found it to work. I don't want to force my way of looking for daily bias on you. So that's all I'm saying is why do you want to explain it to me? Because if it's working, then obviously you've got something there. Then keep hammering at it. If it's not working, then it's not working. Then look for an alternative. But I also don't want to now put you off something that I don't maybe like, or you hear what I'm saying. So as much as I share stuff, that's why some people don't understand when I share something here. I want you guys to also go on your own and go and test what I say and see, is this guy talking the truth or is he talking bullshit? I want you guys to also challenge yourself to say, okay, I'm going to take this little bit of knowledge. I'm going to go back test it. I'm going to figure out ways that I can enter the trades. Okay. If you go into our free Discord, there is a very nice education section where I've given you some setups, like buy setups. What does a buy setup look like? Sell setup. So you can start to bring some of that in to say, okay, I'm gonna purely look for maybe reversals, or I'm purely gonna look for continuations. Then you can say, okay, I'm gonna use the volume profile, but for instance, if price is below the 200, I only want to sell from my point of control. If price is above, I only want to buy. Okay. And then you start building out your strategy. Okay. I promise you there's going to be a lot more satisfaction in it, because you forcing yourself to think. All right, you're not switching off your mind. For some of you, when you start trading, it's like you think you must be mindless. You must have no mind on you. It's like this mysticism, like I'm trading, I feel so good. No, you gotta question everything. You gotta think, for instance, why when we broke Asia low, why was there volume coming in there? Why did we pull back after breaking the previous daily low? Right, you should ask yourself these questions. Go look at previous days price action, previous weeks. Go to session lows, session highs, replay the price, see what happens there, see how price develops around those levels. Start questioning things, start seeing things, start building experience. Yo, let's take a random day. Let's just go back. I've got gold on the other side, guys. You're not gonna miss anything. I know you guys are like, Chris, we list for trades. No, we don't wanna. We wanna go more back. Okay, let's just take this day, for instance. Okay, what time is it? It's 8:40. Where is? Why does it look a little bit short? Okay, let's look at this now, for instance. Okay, we're coming in a little bit hot here. 9 o'clock. Okay, so we've got a pre-market low there, and we've basically have a pre-market high there. Okay, this was still relatively within Asia. Okay, all right. Now I just took a swing high and a swing low. Let's see how price develops now. Okay, so no break there. Literally tested, came back down. Okay. Markets. No, what time? We open up at 10. Eh? Yeah, that's there. Okay. All right, there markets open up. We had a little bit of a fake out there on top. Okay, so that is currently London open high. Let's see what happens. Okay, a lot of accumulation here. Let's maybe switch on our volume profile. I think volume is going to build here. Okay, so we see that volume is building here around this level. Okay, that is now London low. Okay, let's see how this London range develops. Okay, we're trying to hold. Okay, there. So we broke the low. You see what happened? Volume came in there. Okay, now we've got a new low on London. All right. Let's see what happens here. Okay, another new low there. See how we immediately pulled back after that new low. And look where that move occurred from. That move occurred from the point of control that was there. Okay, then a new point of control was established. And now look at the valley. Remember what I said about the valley? We want to see acceleration once we go into the valley. Because think of this as a hill. Once you start going down the hill, you want to see acceleration. All right. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. Okay, 200 EMA. You guys know the drill with the 200 EMA. Absolute monster of a level. Okay, so now we've built volume there. Okay, around that point of control. That was London low. Why do I actually think we took longs this day? Okay, this was at NYSE open. Their London low got absolutely clapped. And volume came in. Alright. From that second iceberg there. A little bit of accumulation. Okay, let's see. Okay, point of control is still up there. Okay, it's building volume here. I think you guys can see volume is building. Okay, now, I don't know what happened this day. What is this? Gold. Now, the idea is that we could potentially go to the other iceberg. Okay, from one iceberg to another. What did the one iceberg say to the other iceberg? Let me just see if you guys are focusing. What did the one iceberg say to the other iceberg? Let me just see if you guys are sharp and awake. What did the one iceberg say to the other iceberg? Rooksy, absolutely nothing. Have you ever seen an iceberg talk? I don't think you have. So they didn't say anything. So Rooks, I need you sharp, my brother. Okay, so you see there what I meant. One iceberg to another iceberg. I don't know. Oh yeah, then it's the new day. Yeah. So you gotta sit and go through all of these things, watch it play out, start marking certain patterns you pick up. That is the beauty of trading. Then saying, okay, Chris has showed me now this volume profile thing, and I'm gonna develop some entry criteria. I'm gonna look for a break of structure or break and retest, and I'm gonna start trading this point of control. Or I'm gonna wait for the market open, and then once we break below the point of control or above it after market open, I'm gonna go for a short. And I'm gonna test it. Then I'm gonna refine it. Then I'm gonna say, okay, maybe the 5 minutes is not the right time frame. Let me go to the 15 minute. Okay, let me look for a 15-minute break of structure. That's trading, guys. That's how you figure stuff out. That is how you figure stuff out. How's it put? What are all the indicators you're using? Session volume profile, 200 EMA. I've got an indicator showing me the previous daily lows and highs and the daily flip. And I've got an indicator that shows me the average daily range. Okay. The reason why that is important, because do I really want to sell at where our average daily range is? No. Would I want to sell if it broke and held below? Yes, because then it's going to be a super strong trending day. These are all things that you pick up as you see them happen. and you take mental notes of them. Hey, my brother, 4:30 a.m. here in Washington, D.C. Blessings and great trading to you all. Thank you, my brother. May the blessing absolutely run you over while you are standing. Think of a big bus, and that bus is just full of blessings, and it absolutely runs you over in a good way, not in a bad way. And as it hits you, you actually go through the windscreen and you land in all of the blessing, my brother. Not the type of bus that's going to hit you and send you straight to heaven. This is a blessing bus. Amen. Goodness and mercy chase me down. 100%, my brother. And I wish that for all of you guys, honestly. Honestly wish that for all of you guys to win at life, win at your relationships. There's absolutely nothing here for us, ladies and gents. Flippy, die bus is vol. Die bus is vol blessing, my friend. Het jy nie gehoor toe ek sê die bus is vol blessing, he? So die bus is 100% vol, ja. Nah, every time you see a bus, you're going to think about Chris saying, yo, that bus is going to hit me full of blessing. Alright guys, you see, this is why we haven't taken a trade, because we didn't hit a level of interest. We're just accumulating here. There's no clear direction. So we haven't tested Asia lows yet. Alright, we're just shy of Asia lows. And this is where you can get yourself stuck. Wait for your levels to get hit. Wait for price to reach that level before you do anything. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Guys, I think it was a good session, even though there were no trades. Project G got some very good trades this morning. Not trades, trade, singular. Very nice trade there. Blessed to have caught that this morning. First 4-hour play of the week. I think there was some very good little nuggets shared. I think the chat was good as well. I think the engagement was good. I think if you didn't take a trade, well done. There was hardly anything nice in here to take. If you did take a trade, maybe earlier this morning, you are done for the session. We come back NYSE, and we see what NYSE is going to cook for us on NASDAQ. The NASDAQ. So really appreciate all of you guys. I don't know, bro. Keeks is on holiday. I don't know where he is. Also, if you want to get, if you blew your funded account for some reason trying to buy gold while it was there, you can use code Ramadan30 and get 30% off. Okay. You don't have to be Muslim to use the code. Alright. The code can be used by non-Muslim people as well. Chris, I think you need to clip the last part of the stream and load it onto one of your playlist sections. Are you talking about the point of control, Isham? Or are you talking about the blessings? You don't have to be halal, but if you are haram, you can't have that code, my brother. Okay, wait. Isham, you talking about point of control or blessing bus? Oh, okay. So Keeks is the one, 100%. Keeks is the one that cuts the stream short. I'm here with you guys, putting in a shift. Yeah, no haram stuff, Chad. Stop that haram stuff you're doing. Isham, what I'll do is, are you in Project G, my brother? Are you in Project G, Sean? Okay, why are you not in Project G, my brother? You can talk honest and openly to me. Why are you not in Project G? Flippy, thank you so much, my brother. Okay, no, but you don't have to trade with XM to join Project G. You can join Project G on your own. Do you think $50 is too expensive? Now you can check out Project G. That's our community. I do a call with guys every morning. Okay. Send me an Instagram message. Let me have a look there. What's going on? And then secondly, join Project G. Okay. And I'm not saying that because I want to make a sale. Alright? I don't really care if no one joins Project G. But what I can tell you is that a lot of effort goes into what we teach in Project G. And a lot of effort goes into developing traders in Project G. Okay. It is $50 a month. You get an entire library of education. You get a daily brief on gold every single day. You get a pre-market call where you can ask questions. You can get the analysis. Every morning you've got access to me. I will be sharing this volume profile with the Project G guys. There's actually two videos that I'm going to shoot today and tomorrow for Project G as well. So stop being stingy on yourself if you want to develop, and start spending on yourself to develop. Okay. It's for that reason that people want to save cents, but they spend dollars. Then why ask money? Alright, Crutches Trading. So next time when you go to the doctor and the doctor helps you, Tell him, why ask money? So my brother, we've created the platform for those that want to use it. If you don't want to use it, it absolutely has zero effect on me. You don't have to use it. That's why I say Crutches Trading. We've got so much free resources on this channel. We've got 1,300 streams for you to go back on. There's more than enough for you. I'll always preach it. If somebody says they want to join Project G, I'm like, go through all of this first, and then let me know if you want to join. So there's a tool for you. You don't have to use it. There's more than enough free resources on here. There's more than enough shared here every day. You don't have to join anything. You don't have to join Project G. But I'm saying if you're serious about your trading and you want to take it to that next level, then a $50 is not gonna hurt you. $50 is really not gonna. But guys, there is. You cannot copy my trades, but I share the trades. I don't do copy trading, my brother. No, I'm not falling for anything, Jexy. I'm just speaking facts here. I'm just spitting facts. Yeah, Chad, nothing for me on gold. We're going to see where we trade a little bit later. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I would love potential shorts. Project G, guys, you know what we look for off the 200. If we get it, I'm actually going to set some alerts there. Okay. Nah, Jax, you would have joined last Thursday already. We had Tuesday. What are you waiting for? You're not fasting, my brother. I also watch someone do 3 hours of free content every day and wonder why they charge for anything above. Hey, Ed. Hey, my bro. The oaks are. Now, I mean. Hey, Ed. The thing is. Oh, wait. The Project G took was like 300 pips. Plus trading the exact same thing. Kribo learned me 2 years ago. Never changed it. Once also helps. Hey, Brian. I think the guys think. Okay, yeah. Last one, guys. Last one. I don't want to talk too long on this. We already spoke about somebody else's experience. So if your experience was shit with another mentor and his group and whatever he taught you, you can't project that on our community. You can't project. So if you go and ask anyone in Project G whether there's an open chat, it's not that we're just sharing stuff. It's an open chat that anyone can come back and say, Chris, what you guys are teaching is absolute BS. But yet we've got guys winning. We've got guys that's doing well. Go look at the reviews. It's the same thing. I had a chat yesterday with a gentleman, and we were talking about the gold sentinel, and I said, I never want to be that guy, for instance, that gives you a product that's shit. And now, when I'm in Cape Town or wherever I am, I must look around for somebody to come blitzen me because I told him, yo, this gold sentinel is going to make you a millionaire overnight, a walking ATM. The banks want this, and the banks even offered me 10 million rand for this, and I'm talking cuck for you to buy it. Like, I'm never going to be that guy. As much as I want to succeed financially in life, I'm not going to step on other people to get there, and I'm not going to abuse other people. Where a lot of these guys, they only think about themselves. So there's a deeper meaning to when you do stuff like this. Because someone else is maybe seeing this trading as an opportunity going forward, as an aspiration. And when you do not put the effort in to give your best as a mentor, and I've said it so many times, even though your trading strategy may not be the best, you as a mentor can put in the work to improve yourself and to make sure that that guy that's in your mentorship or in your group, that you give him the best of your ability of what you have. Because what you could do is you could destroy somebody's aspirations and dreams when it comes to trading. Because your only focus is on selling a course, churning numbers, and making sure that your own pockets is full and you give zero value to the guy. So that's why I take it so personally in this industry when people cheap out what we're doing and making it something shit, because then you get guys coming in the chat that think we are the same as other guys. We're not close to being the same. Okay. It's not even close. All right. We educated here. All right. I can walk into any other job that I want to. We qualified here. The stuff that we talk about is not stuff that we're pulling out of our arseholes. All right. It's actually fact-based, data-driven insights that we give you. So what you see on the other streams is a lot of ass trades. That's when you add too much pizza and you fart in your hand and you smell it and you take a trade on that. Okay. So let's just be real with each other, because that's why for me 2G is only ones I look up to in this industry. So so I'm being very honest with you guys when I say that I really take it personal, and I really honestly the small community that we have, I love each and every one of them in Project G, and all of you guys as well. But you can ask the guys. I'm there every day. All right. I'm sending out every day because I want the mentorship to be what I wanted when I started out. Everything that is there is what I wish I had. Ricardo, it can trade a small live account. I would suggest doing a micro account. And bro, I don't know what your financial situation is, so I cannot tell you. I cannot tell you what that's you, my brother. I cannot say, but I would recommend using a micro account. Alrighty. There's mate, just know that people also produce so good getting free content on YouTube. Alrighty, Chad. Let's see. I'll see you guys again this afternoon. Who farts in their hand? Brian, I don't know, bro. Support and resistance traders. They fought. Converted ICT traders also fought. Kriwa, every time I get so close to finishing my one step of my challenge, but then I get excited and was so close twice already. Ash, okay, if you get excited every time you get close, take a break, all right? Fabio took our name. Please, you support me as well. Love from heart. Hey, my brother, I don't know what currency that is. Is that a ruble? I don't know what currency that is. That looks like a Russian ruble. W don't know. What is that currency? Is that a rupee? Hi from Bulgaria. Is it a rupee? An Indian rupee or a Russian rupee? I almost thought I can get a coffee. I was like, sheesh. What rupee is that? An Indian rupee. Hey, my brother, appreciate it, my man. No matter how big or small, that 100 Indian rupees. We thank you for that, my brother. When are we opening 2Gs? Nah, these guys are way too thirsty. I already spoke to them this morning. And I said, I told the guys, remember, if you want to get into somebody's DMs, God is watching you. Eh? Remember, God said He's omnipresent. So imagine as you're about to go into that DM of a lady that is in a relationship, just look left and imagine God is literally just standing across your shoulder and just being like, huh? What's up with the DM there? Oh no, God, I'm just tasting the water here. Oh, but you know she's in a relationship, eh? No, I know that, but I'm just tasting her. I just want to see what happens here. Alright, Chad. You're up. I know you're sitting on a 100K spending money there. Yo, the boys, I must actually just ask if Karina is alright. Yes, the Oaks, come on, man. You in Project G. Gotta stop this madness. We're developing upstanding traders and people in Project G. Okay, guys, I'm gonna see you this afternoon. Let me go rest my voice a little bit. Looking for something lacquer on NAS this afternoon. Yo, the guys, the O's. Alrighty, chat. Peace and love, baby. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Peace.
Panamá.